Hey, what's up, man? It's your boy GB. I said GB. GSECAPONE, man. Dropping another joint today. Doing a quick reaction. Nature Boy is weird, plus the store been a cult. Always knew Nature Boy was a little weird, man. I didn't think he was this weird. But shout out to Noah Jasmine. Hit the follow and hit the like and subscribe button. I'm tripping. And subscribe to Jasmine page. I'm about to hit the play button right now.
College fund. She says Bishop, the leader of the so-called cult Carbon Nation, went from spoiling her to abusing her when she got pregnant.
I was forced to engage in sexual activity that I did not want to do. I was still strangled on multiple occasions.
At this time, she's like his main girl, and he ends up getting her pregnant. She has a baby, and then there's this awful live stream.
Once you get emotional, you think it's okay to drop the moral code, right? Everything is cool with you until you get emotional. The only reason why you upset is because you caught.
I've been here all day in this spot. I did yoga in this spot.
That's
I was
crazy.
in this spot. I was sleeping in this spot, and I came back to this spot.
Your dishonesty is less than moral, because it'd be different if you could admit what I seen.
Man, he making niggas
Yo,
look
sit down.
bad.
Sit down, yo. The
Hey,
baby's in your
yo.
hand, yo. Hold on real quick. Hold this real quick.
The fuck just happened? Fucking baby crying like that for?
You think I should keep this rolling?
Velvet left the group and listened to the disgusting reason why Nature Boy wanted to have kids with different women at the same time. This is according to Velvet. She said, he stated to me that the reason why he wanted all of the wives was that he wanted to impregnate all of us so that we can have his children, so that he can meet his children together, so that he can inbreed.
The fuck?
Did
Oh,
you
this
throw
nigga
up in your mouth a
crazy,
little
bro.
bit? Because I did. So,
Yeah.
although Nature Boy had like
Man.
all these wives, there were lots of gay rumors
No
about him, or
comment. I ain't
bisexual
gonna
or
say.
something. Now, I don't care. The reason why
ain't
I'm
trying to
bringing
get
it up
sued either. I
is
just
because it
started my
becomes this
YouTube page,
recurring
so
theme,
I ain't gonna
and
say
Nature
shit.
Boy brings it up a lot.
I went into the flow of it, and I asked the universe, I want to know.
And my YouTube page
What
only been up
makes
for like 2
someone
days, bro.
homosexual? Like,
So,
honestly, I want to know, why are there homosexual people in the world? Why does it exist in nature? Why do we do
this man was a gay escort.
that? The answer came through me in the flow of my teaching. It just came out of me. The answer just came, and it was so crisp. If we don't live in a world that allows females to express themselves completely in freedom, and so that we can get the most out of them collectively, then we summon the homosexual spirit. Nature does this to bring balance. Homosexuals, they have high IQs. Their creative level is out the roof because they tap into divine feminine. And they get status because they're smarter. They're made smart. They have a high IQ.
Yeah, he got a whole lot of new world agenda movement type of religion shit going on in here. I don't know what he on.
Right?
Man,
So that gay people are very smart. When I learned this, I was amazed.
Yo, that's...
When I learned this, I was like, oh wow, I never thought about the metaphysical reasons of being homosexual. I never thought of them. They tell me I have a disease. They said, you're sick. And they repeated it and repeated it and repeated it and repeated it and repeated it. I don't believe in going to no doctor to put no spell on me to sell medicine to me. I feel good. One person has herpes, that's a human being. We all have herpes. So I wanted to understand disease, to teach about disease. A virus is an entity that cannot reproduce on its own. Hello? When you call me something, trust me. I go do my research very deeply. I know that me personally am not a homosexual. I know that I have no diseases. But if one of us have a disease, then we'll all have a disease. Because they're calling me the one with HIV, and I don't have HIV, unfortunately. But I do have HIV as far as what we all are. If one person has it, we all have it. I literally took an HIV test, and it didn't even matter. HIV is cancer. Holy shit. I would have a transsexual wife, and I will. And I will. I do like transsexuals because
Man, I think I just got brain dead. I don't know what the fuck this nigga talking about right now. Hey, shit.
I'm attracted to that. And I have to be honest about that. I don't feel like that makes me gay because I look at her as a woman. So the best head I ever got was from a transsexual. Unfortunate. So mean. Insensitive. To so many people.
How they following him,
World
bro?
peace immediately. Michael, take me away. Sometimes in life, we bottle things in. Your mind really controls your health. Guys, do your yoga. Yes, I love yoga.
Hey, bro, this nigga crazy, bro. I don't even know how to. Like, yo.
Okay, so guys, listen.
What the fuck just happened? You just went
I'm an
from.
actor. I'm an actor. Guys.
Nah,
Guys, I'm an
real,
actor.
bro,
I'm just not for sale. I'm probably the best actor you've ever seen in your life.
In addition to him treating the women in the cult like shit, he also treated the men like shit. He would smack them, he would degrade them, he would make them go and like bring him water and
he
like,
ain't go full blast yet.
feed him the water.
I think he do some sick
He
shit.
would make them feed him food. Then he would get mad and smack them if they gave him like a strawberry instead of something else.
Did I ask for a strawberry? Bitch, did I ask for a strawberry?
Hey, what the? Why would you even try to bite that shit anyway if you ain't asked for it, nigga? You seen what it was. Hey,
The whole thing, like, let me tell you. See, at first, I'll be honest with you guys. I'll be 100% honest.
That strawberry down
when I was editing the footage,
what you talking about?
I was laughing. But then, after watching it over and over again, it wasn't funny anymore. Then I was sad because it's ridiculous, like in the beginning, but then when you look at their eyes, not Nature Boy, because he has crazy eyes, but when you look at the other followers' eyes, they're like dead inside, they're broken, they look sad, they look like they have nothing left, and it's like, how bad do you have to feel about yourself to accept this shit, you know? It's like, they're probably saying worse things to themselves than what he's saying. That's why they're accepting that. And that's sad, you know what I mean? That's not funny. And it just, I hope now that he's in jail that maybe they love themselves, maybe forgive themselves for whatever they're punishing themselves for, they release their shame, have some self-respect, because nobody deserves to be treated like this. It's just awful. Now, if you thought that was bad, it gets worse. Brace yourself and consider this your trigger warning. The next clip I'm about to play is Nature Boy, in his own words, talking about what he does with his son, and this is your trigger warning for SA and children and stuff like that. Tap, tap, tap until the clip goes off the screen of Nature Boy if you don't want to hear this.
You know why I don't let kids around me, other people kids around me? Because the way I am. When I see my son, this is how I treat my son. We naked together. I take bath with my kids. I'm naked with my kids. I have sex in front of my kids. My son be breastfeeding and I'll be making love to his mom. That's how I get down around kids. I try to keep their purity.
Bro, I wasn't even doing the like a reaction video, I wouldn't even be listening to this. Like, I'd have been stopped listening to this shit.
My son comes up and grabs my penis. I let him grab my penis. I say, yeah, look, you got one too. And he laughing. And the moment is over. It's pure. I make love to their mama right in front of them. Like a real man. That's how I get down, homie. I think I am a child. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm pure in my mind and children are pure. I like to embrace the kids. Like,
Lord,
yeah, I like to fuck with their psyche. And if I did that around other people's kids, they would put me under the fucking jail. You can't be a real human. That's why I don't let nobody kids hear but mine, homie. Because I ain't about to alter my life for no one. I walk around naked.
You know what? I hope you get shanked in the urethra in prison.
For real.
With love. 333. On a lighter note, because we need to lighten the mood just a little bit. On a lighter note. So remember how I told you he kept getting deported in Central America? Well, one of the times they got deported, they had to board a plane, right? Because they were deported. Well, they were kicked off the plane. Why?
Spirit Airlines won't let us on the flight because they said we stink. But nobody stinks. We need a lawyer. We need to, like, it's like a lawsuit has to be done about this. It's crazy. Like, we don't stink. They said that we can't get on the plane because we stink. They said we can't get on the plane because we stink. They said we can't get on the plane because we stink, bro. It's because we're black. I'm just letting you know that right now. Make this go viral, y'all. Can you tell us why we got off this flight? Why did they tell us about the flight?
Smell that shit, bro. Well, you too grown for that, bro.
But you saying the passengers said that we smell? We don't be eating anything that stinks.
Remember, right? They don't bathe.
He for real right now.
And they're in the sun all the time. Sweating plus not bathing equals smell. I don't care who you are. And the saddest part was there's a clip where one of the guys like lifting up his arm to smell himself. And it's like, we've all been there. I felt bad. Okay, let me tell you what happened to me one time. I was using natural aluminum-free deodorant and I went to work out. Now this is one of those bougie workout studios where they don't have showers. And I had to run some errands afterward. Do you see where I'm going with this? So I'm in Target and I reach for something and I get a whiff of, I'm like, is that me? Is that me smelling like that? It was me. It was me. And I literally was walking with my hands attached to me like this. I went straight to the self-checkout because I was trying to stay away from it. Anyway, went to the self-checkout, was checking out myself, drove my ass home immediately. I've never thrown deodorant so violently in the trash. Okay, it sucks to smell, you know, and it makes you insecure. I just felt bad. Like when I saw the video, even though it was funny, kind of when he's like, we don't smell, we don't stink, they all look demoralized. And I'm sure if he said we can bathe, they all would have bathed, but they're listening to his stupid rules. And anyway, they end up getting on a flight later on. And they go back to the U.S. They go from place to place, you know, in the U.S. And they end up going to Hawaii because they want to be tropical, near the equator, the sun. And they end up getting arrested in Hawaii. Remember, right? Pandemic la freak sushi.
Hey, yo, they went through all of that just to get arrested. Fuck around with this nigga, bro. Oh, man.
They broke quarantine rules. There's like a 14-day quarantine. They were not quarantining. It was just a little bit like they got released soon after. Now remember Velvet, the ex-member I told you about? Well, they got arrested June 2020 in Hawaii. By August 2020, she says Nature Boy forced her to marry him in Vegas, in one of those Vegas chapels of all places. She said, he stated in front of us that if anything happened to him, then I would be able to bail him out of any jail or prison or anything like that. And that was the reason for him marrying me, other than the fact that he wants to completely destroy me as a person. Velvet said that now that she had her daughter, now that she was starting to see the abuse through the eyes of her daughter, she couldn't take it anymore. And then finally, November 2020, she leaves, and she leaves for good. She said that it took her a while. She would sneak and get a document here, a document there. Velvet was the main wife. They would call her the queen. Well, she's gone now. So there's a new queen. Malia. And wow, he treated her like shit. If that's how he treats the queen, I don't want to know how he treats the peasant.
Come over here like she. Act like you want to be over here. Act like you want to be over here. Come on over here. Come on over here. She ain't leaving soon because you were Aries. Tell him. Tell him when you get closer. Huh? You want me in jail, don't you? Go ahead, devil. Go ahead, devil. Abuse, yes, I'm abusing them. Now to come do something about it. You know you're trying to make these people feel sorry for you. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for you if you need to get saved. Blink twice. You don't want to, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. Malia, leave. Do you want to leave, Malia? Tell them what happened if you leave here. You'll go crazy, won't you? Yeah. Tell them who Baba G is. God. Tell them.
Baba G is God.
Now confess it. Proclaim it.
Baba G is God.
Call the police. Put him in jail. She belong with me. She the weak link. Tell him where home at. Tell him where home at.
Baba G.
Oh, Malia. Yeah. What's going on?
No.
What's up?
I'm trying to see.
What's up?
I'm not fighting.
Niggas a damn
I'd rather get beat up than fight. That's not who I am.
Why you keep disrespecting Baba G?
Why you keep disrespecting me? Why you keep being ungrateful?
It's because you trigger me.
Go inside, bro. It's your birthday, baby. We gonna turn up. Tat.
She also left and then came back, and then there was this video I found online where she comes back and they make her do this weird humiliation ritual. She like gets on a knee and does the 333 symbol.
What do you gotta say for yourself?
I embarrassed myself. I embarrassed my family. I made an irrational decision in the moment out of emotions. And I want to apologize to my family, to y'all, because, of course, I did it a couple times. And this moment isn't special, but I just have to account for the shit I did. Take responsibility for it. Come back and face myself. So where to go?
No, let me get this straight. Because it sounds like you're not speaking from your heart, that you're just saying shit.
And then there was this weird video of him and the wives, and he's like deliberately filming their bruises, or one of them's bruises, and their smiles. The saddest smile you'll ever see. I hate that video so much. And then he's like zooming in on one of the girls' like bruises.
Are you fucking serious? Yeah, this man nuts.
Like, it's like he's deliberately showing the abuse. I don't understand. He goes back to Atlanta, well, not Atlanta, Decatur, Georgia, to the house that I told you guys in the beginning that got raided, where he got arrested from. Okay, and he's spiraling. Okay, they're doing these live streams.
The black man is God.
The black man is God.
The black man is God. Tell him.
The black man is God.
Say, you have this control, King.
You have this control, King.
Damn. Bitch, get in soup before I smack your fucking ass. I'm Caesar. Caesar. Pass. Victor. Call me. I got that green shit. This is our handshake. The Louis handshake. This is the handshake of our genetics. This is our handshake. Right here. 1, 2. Right here. You grab the thumb. Right there. The yin and the yang. It's a circle. Our hands do it. Harmony. Look at it. They naturally do it. And the other side is a spiral of life. Watch the third part. Ready? 3, 6, 9. Nikola Tesla, that's our shit. We was gods. These ain't gang signs. These shits mean mathematical equations. And you have to unlock the universe. What is y'all talking about? Remember? All of my children, you better get this message to them.
This man demonic is a motherfucker, man. This man, he got spirits. He got spirits inside his damn body. He submit to evil spirits and shit. That's what this guy on. He bugging. He tripping. Hell no. What is that? He got nail polish or his nails done. He got some extra long claws on his feet. He bugging. Doing too much.
They got 3 days.
Oh.
He doing way too much. Hey, chill. And why is he doing that, bro?
Oh, yes, sir, master. Oh, yes, sir, master. I programmed it. It's my zeros and ones everywhere. You have 3 days, my friends. And when I move, you move.
Just like that.
I'm talking to all my children. Stop getting stuck watching me. You got 3 days to get here. Anybody that's not here by April 1st, well, their soul will be thrown into the abyss. Let it be written.
Let it be done.
That nigga's going into the abyss and all the motherfuckers that's following his dumb ass.
You'll think you're alive, but everything will be weird for you. You are speaking to God. How may I help you? Oh, they always scared of me. Why everybody so scared of me?
Yo, he just said
They're
to
not
the
in the middle
phone,
of the
it
jungle
said,
anymore.
he's
They're
speaking
in
to
the
God,
United
how
States,
can I
in
help
the
you?
neighborhood, and they're neighbors, and people can see and hear this stuff. And they're also live streaming, so people are calling the cops
Hey,
on
throw
them
that nigga in the
while they're
loony
live
bin, bro.
streaming. And there's even footage of this.
Call that nigga mystical. That nigga bumped his head against the wall a little too many times than he's supposed to. Chill, bro. This man crazy. Chill, wrong with him. Just answered the phone and said, hello, you're speaking to God. This nigga burnt out. This nigga worse than the Pope.
Did I do something wrong? I mean, you look like you did something wrong right there.
I got your live. Your clothes are right there behind you.
What's up, G? Listen, did you say one thing on your live? What? Can I say one thing? What? God? I got. Yeah. No, I ain't talking about that. What? I'm talking about child molestation. Hell no. You ain't say nothing about that live? No. Sure. Oh, that's your live right now? That's my live. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna give you more views now. Hell yeah. No, I ain't say I was no child molester. They say I'm a child molester.
Right.
I'm teaching about nature and natural living. We always on camera. Everything on record.
Nah, you watched that nigga.
That's why That's why
They recorded that nigga. They like,
yeah.
they're like, hold on, what? He said, yeah, what? Oh, you about to get him right now. Book him.
You put your address online? Yeah. Why? Because I want a bitch to try me.
You will walk out of camera on that one.
Huh?
You will walk off on that one.
No, I wouldn't walk. I want a nigga to try me. My address is, this is 2993. My shit is 2993 what? Arbitrate Drive. Decatur, Georgia. 30033.
What you doing on like TikTok? Or?
No, I'm on TikTok. I'm on everything. I'm Nature Boy. I'm
I
3 guys.
know. I've seen some of your videos.
Oh yeah, you know.
I've seen some of your videos.
You know what time it is.
How many followers you got?
A lot. And I'm about to go viral again. I got a lot of followers.
How many followers you on TikTok? Ballpark.
TikTok, how many we got?
On TikTok? 33.
33 right now.
Yeah.
But my videos is going viral. I just put it on TikTok.
So like 33 people, like 33 him, 33K.
Hey, bro.
33,000, but we got our following on
officer
together.
wanted-
We got
this
90,000
nigga
on
wanted.
YouTube.
Yeah, like
This
I'm
officer want
people,
parts,
but the
bro.
thing is,
He
I'm
stayed
about to
too
be
long,
more
bro.
famous.
He ain't
in a
even
minute.
asking no
I see you
serious
my English.
questions.
Yeah. Yeah. What you mean? What you mean?
He
About
asked
Oh,
about
yeah,
that
I can't
pedophile
do
shit like
it for
once
free.
or twice, and I should have
Nah, man.
And then I had to tell her, look, I
All right,
told
my
you,
wife, we
look.
good, man.
That'd be good.
All right.
Yeah, see.
Right.
Yeah, he look like Mac Miller. He a nigga too. Yeah, he a white boy, but he's black on the inside.
Then there's this
You see-
weird
yeah,
thing
that's
that
crazy.
happens in Atlanta. And to me, it was funny. Sorry, but it was. Basically, he goes to this nightclub called Boogaloo and he tries to get in and he
Boogaloo.
comes with his women on his arm and they have the feathers in their hair and he's Nature Boy. And he basically gets denied entry into the club.
333.
But you follow me, you take my commands, never G. The three,
Pushing
nigga.
three.
Pushing three.
Always and forever.
They said,
Loyal
hell
to the
no,
three.
you ain't about
Push
to
it three.
come
I'm
up
the
in here
commander in
and
chief.
fucking
We in the
motherfuckers
valley of the
speaking
shadow
about
of death, and we will fear no evil.
that. So you was
But
not
listen,
pulling no strippers out of this one, buddy. He said, these our bitches. We need this money. I don't know who you think you is. He said, you better get that parking lot pimping shit out of here.
oh, what's up, my boy?
He ain't even walking like that. He thought he was fly.
Oh, I'm not. I'm on social media. I'm promoting. Oh, no, he don't do social media. Get him off social media. He don't want social media. Cut him out. Okay? Oh, you good? No, they not good. Say they good. So this is nature, boy. I think Mama is controversial. What? I remember her lady, she came by my house to do a check. Her. You always come by the house. She always come by the house when they do that wellness. No, they ain't filming you. No, they got one on the inside. Don't worry, got it. They don't want me in there. You need to just relax. Being God is not cool. I'm pure love. A lot of people scared of me.
You can't walk away. How do you walk away? You turn.
I'm scared of my own energy, and people are scared of me, and I don't know how to respond to this.
Okay, look at the officers. How we do? Listen, when we go in, we're gonna take that. Listen, just relax. You're the God. We don't worry about you. We don't worry about you. Keep energy, peace, love, radiate that.
Nobody wants to play with you. I'm trying to get like you. Look, I'm trying to get like you. I gotta go back to the car. They opening up the door. Goddamn. I'm trying to get like you.
Wait, what's going on? What's y'all name?
He said he trying to get like him. These niggas is clowns out here, bro.
We on your camera, girl. It's my
Fucking
birthday.
super duper clowns, nigga.
Thank you.
They probably laughed at his ass.
What y'all got going on? Y'all look nice. Y'all look sharp. Y'all look accessory.
No, this is God. Oh. Yeah. Look at her.
Hey y'all, it's my birthday. Follow me at allegedly B on Instagram.
What? Yeah.
I know that's right.
Down.
said keep up the good work.
I feel like he made them do all that because he felt embarrassed that he couldn't get into the club. So he's like, look what I can do. The walls are closing in on Nature Boy. It is now March 2022. Something is about to happen that's going to end up being the reason why he gets arrested. And remember how he makes the girls smack each other?
That's crazy.
One of these girls gets hit by another girl because she was directed to hit her, and she tries to leave. She says he doesn't let her leave, and in addition to that, he forces himself on her. That's what she said. She finds a way to leave. This upsets Nature Boy. He gets pissed. He posts videos of her having sex online. She then calls police and reports this, and that's when the investigation began. So the investigation lasts for 2 weeks, and that's when the police raid the home in Decatur and arrest Nature Boy. That is the story of Nature Boy in a nutshell. He is currently in jail. We'll see what happens. I had to pull myself and stop watching the live streams at one point. It was like a and they defended him. They're like, he's God, he's the Messiah.
You cannot box with God. They are simply throwing little petals and little
crazy.
stones. We've been fighting and fighting for freedom. For freedom. We have a God. We have our Savior.
Yes.
And his name is Nature Boy. Yes.
Who is our God to worship? It is three gods. He's literally our Messiah.
You know
He's
what?
literally Jesus in the flesh.
People wait till after they gone.
Ooh, modern day Jesus is here.
Yeah.
And you will not shush him up. He is the melanated God. He is the first, he is the melanated God that all people come from.
Exactly.
And you judge us. And you throw stones at us when we trying to bring you truth.
In addition to that, his other followers, because he has male and female followers, they called him, probably he called them from jail, and they recorded that call and live streamed it as well.
So nothing's on camera.
On the camera?
Was the SD card in the camera?
The SD, we cleared it like yesterday or 2 days. Like, it was only footage from today.
No, they took the laptop and the hard drive.
They took your laptop and hard drive.
Yeah.
But you hear these bogus ass charges?
Yeah.
Them charges bogus.
Like they saying high rape material.
Nobody. How you gonna rape a prostitute?
But we don't even.
Because they were trying to blame you.
So I said no.
I can't hear nothing. I can't
One
hear
at a
nothing.
time.
They use that right there as evidence. And he's saying, how you gonna rape a prostitute? Bruh. So she came all the way to a whole nother, like, to be a prostitute. So you was paying her? I thought you was taking money from these motherfuckers. See, they watch their words. People be talking too much.
You were asking what?
They was asking if you need assistance, do you need some help? We have an organization we can help you with. I was like, no, I don't know you people. I don't want to talk to you. Some help. We have options for you.
That shit was real.
Yeah.
But I didn't, first of all, I don't trust that man. I don't need that man.
It's because the people that hate me are united.
Yeah.
So you have to get people that love me together.
Yeah.
We'll see you soon.
You coming
home.
In the call, Nature Boy mentions how he hopes he gets bail.
Oh, they can be bail.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't. He didn't get bail.
A risk to intimidating the victim. There's also a risk of flight, and also the risk of committing an additional felony. So therefore, bonds will be denied.
Outstanding.
To understand how we got here, we need to go back to the beginning. Before Nature Boy was Nature Boy, when he was Eligio Bishop. According to an ex-member, her name is Erica Carroll. She said, quote, I know his mother and father died while he was a young age, so he was in foster homes, in and out of foster homes, and a couple did adopt him, and there was some abuse going on in that situation, so he had it hard. But we've all had it hard. Everybody had it hard. He's originally from New York, but he ends up in Atlanta, Georgia. And according to him, he said that while he was in Atlanta, he was a stripper, a gay escort, he did gay porn. He says that he was also a model, and he claimed to have worked, I'm not sure in which capacity, on the Monique show, the stand-up comedian Monique. She had a talk show, and he claimed that he worked on that show as well. He also had a criminal record. In 2009, he was charged with forcible entry, and then in 2011 he was charged with theft and aggravated battery, and then he also had some charges for like driving with a suspended license. In 2014 he decided he was going to leave the life of crime behind and he was going to go legit, and so he got his license to be a barber. That license lapsed at around the same time that he started his YouTube channel in December of 2015, and he shows how he's living. And you know, I noticed that he had like the chakra candles, and he was vegan. He was showing the vegan food that he was eating, and soon after, by 2016, Nature Boy was born.
I love my self-reflection. Share the video. Peace.
At first he called his group the Etherians, but then he changed it to Melanation.
They called themselves Melanation.
Melanation in the building, we got the whole family there.
Melanation gets its name from melanin, the pigment in our bodies that determines our skin color.
Nature Boy told his followers that he was leaving hell, aka the United States, aka Babylon. He was going to leave, did I voice correct? Babylon. He wanted to go off grid. He wanted people to come with him. They'll create a...
Yeah, Nature Boy rise from hell, alright. I get what he, I see the whole, I see where he coming from with this thing. That shit sick and twisted. I don't know how they don't see it. They see it as light. That shit is straight dark.
A community in nature, hence the name Nature Boy. And he started to get people who wanted to join him. First, he went to Honduras and he would show like how we're living in Honduras to get more people to come. He claimed that he was the chosen one.
Being part of nature, coming from dirt, carbonated beings, right? See? Nature Boy rise from hell. Shit is crazy.
He also told his followers that they were chosen. I think he even has a video of like how to tell if you're chosen. The idea was to have this like paradise on earth and disconnect from the material world with all of its problems.
This nigga crazy.
And so one of the original members of this group is Erica Carroll. She's now an ex-member and she calls it a cult.
I call it a cult now, yes. Yes, I do.
So Erica arrived.
And she like she done went through it. Like she was stressing. But whatever happened to her, yeah, she was stressing.
Arrives in Honduras and Nature Boy picks her up, and one of the first things he does is give her a new name, because her name Erica, that's her Babylon name. He gives her a new name, which is BP, stands for Blueprint, because she's one of the first early members of his group. A few months after arriving in Honduras, they drive in a van, they go to Costa Rica. In Costa Rica, this is what Erica said happened. Quote, she says, "We slept outside in tents. We wouldn't live in the house. We would get up, eat fruit, because we had to eat vegan or vegetables, and we would get to work. When I got there, I felt I had a pretty good self-esteem and self-confidence, but after every day being there and told, you're not doing this right, you're so wrong. When I left, I felt like my self-esteem was so low. I had no confidence. We'd have to sit in these long meetings. He'd say we'd be facing our demons while doing that, but basically, he's just projecting onto you what he has going inside of him. It was a lot of verbal and mental abuse." Erica then describes the breaking point when she knew she had to leave. That's when she saw Nature Boy basically hitting one of the women.
He slapped her up and punched her a couple of times, and then he told her to go in the tent and give him oral sex. So that was the breaking point for me.
When certain members would leave, new members would come. And when the new members came, it was the same process. You give them a new name, get rid of your Babylon name, and of course, money. He would take their money. He would tell them that money was a distraction from their worship and they shouldn't be connected to the material world, but that he needed the money so that he could, create this safe space for them to worship him. Course.
He was extorting money from a young person.
So I literally gave my money to him. How much money did you give? Well, I just gave him my debit card.
Somebody donated me about $300,000. It's all gone now.
And then, of course,
white people is crazy.
On these live streams, he would ask for money, for donations. He would constantly mention his Cash App, and he would say, "Don't hate, donate. He had something against bathrooms. I don't know what it is, but he discouraged
He
bathing
has something against
and also
bathrooms.
pooping in toilets. He said that the only place you should poop is on a tree, like at the base of a tree. That's where you should poop.
What's Nature Boy like? Because he's quite the character, isn't he?
Yeah, when I watched the video, I felt like I need to be with them. I was with Melanation within like 2 weeks.
You don't use the toilet?
Well, we really don't like using toilets. The soil belongs to the trees, and I'm in an abusive relationship with the tree if I'm not giving it back.
And also, you don't need soap, just water, like in the natural waters in nature. So, as you can imagine, there were lots of odors going on. You know, Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell, I have like a bunch of videos on them. They would mix like Mormon things with New Age things and like occult things, and it was like a mishmash. This is kind of similar. He would mix like Abrahamic religions with New Age spirituality, yoga, as well as like, what do you call it? Astrology. That would explain this video that I found where he's basically dressed in Middle Eastern garb, and then he's sitting above his followers while he talks about astrology and the ego.
What is the ego?
Trying to twist everything up.
Good question.
Then have niggas looking crazy
The
and
ego.
shit, talking
What
shit
is the
about
ego?
other motherfuckers. Like, man, nobody want to hear that.
Tell me what the ego is.
The ego is one's sense of self.
One sense of self. Exactly. The ego is...
They got these tattoos on their body. They probably don't even know what these tattoos really is listening to this guy. This guy probably told them it's some good stuff and look, they done mark their bodies up, bro. He who lead into captivity goes into captivity.
our conscious mind, simply. And we have taken something called pride, or what we protect ourselves with, as a protective mechanism. For instance, if you're a Leo or you're Aries, you might have a lot of pride. So what they call the ego would be your pride. You see what I'm saying? And we mix up the ego with arrogance.
I don't even know what he's talking
These
about.
are characteristics of the conscious mind. But the ego is simply your astrological program. Yes?
Well, they don't even ask any questions. They don't even understand it, really.
It's giving
They probably
Dubai
still trying to understand.
meets yoga guru meets
They probably ain't want to make
bullshit.
them mad.
Okay,
They was
I
trying
don't
to
know
get
how
slapped.
people fall for this and the whole persona and what he's wearing. Like,
They
okay.
did not want to get
but
slapped.
he had followers. That's the part that always gets me, is these people
Well, he be
have
slapping the
followers
shit out
like
them.
that. Maybe I should start a cult. It seems lucrative. Remember my video
Lord,
about
right.
Mother God, how she would be like, ding, I'm receiving a message from the Galactic Federation. Well, Nature Boy's thing was 333, 333, 333. So then, now the polygamy thing, he didn't introduce it at first. Like, he eased them into it. At first, actually, they were couples that he made. Like, he would match the couples up. And he had a girlfriend or a wife, and other members had their, I think he called them their direct or something like that. And then, though, he would, like, snatch the wife from another male member. Almost like a power play. At least that's my interpretation. So
Bruh,
at this point, things are going really good for
these
Nature
niggas
Boy.
is sitting
Okay,
in the
he
house
has
with
his
this
concubines.
nigga.
He's pooping in trees. He's making money from live
dumb as
streams.
hell.
He has a YouTube channel. Things are going good for now, until something happened. He got deported from Costa Rica. Turns out they had overstayed their visas. A lot of them had expired passports, expired documents.
Look at his eye. Look at his eye. It's all good, though. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're not going to be stopped. They can't stop this.
But I'm getting ahead of myself, because first I need to explain to you melanation and how, like, what it is and how it changed.
The group believe that living in the sunshine of the tropics can make them superior beings. But this belief seems to be based on a discredited racial theory that the darker a person's skin becomes, the more their intelligence increases.
So if you lack melanin, You are genetically retarded.
His plan was to create a community entirely of what he called melanated people. But as it grew, white people were admitted. Anyone could now be melanated and gain greater enlightenment.
Boy, that boy he know how to twist words up, man. He know how to play with words. That nigga, he clever. He know how to play with words. I know that's one thing the snake know how to do. Motherfucking change God's words around. Like this guy right here, real clever. He ain't clever. He ain't that clever though. Cause obviously I see right through this shit.
Enlightenment by getting brown in the sun of Costa Rica.
This is when Kayla Reed enters the scene.
Man,
I messaged Nature Boy exactly the same day.
People saying it's a cult.
Canada's a cult, like the US is a cult. Everyone is a part of a cult.
My friend, and I've let everybody know your name.
I don't know what she talking about.
I'm Ray.
Must be smoking some grenade.
Ray. How did you pop up here? Sunray. Ray's here.
Wait, isn't Nature Boy a prejudice? Isn't he racist? How does he have white people there?
You know, a white person coming involved. You already know shit about to go down. I don't even know why you bothered. You go back that way. I'm sending you back same day.
You cannot become the archetype or be the archetype without having the archetype software.
U.S. government send a nuke over there just because of like. Nah,
and this is what changed a lot of things for Nature Boy, because this brought him a lot of negative publicity, because Kayla was, first of all, she was Canadian, and she went missing. Like, she joined them, but she didn't tell anyone, so her family thought she was missing. So this whole thing happens where they're looking for her, she's missing, and then they find out she's with Nature Boy in Costa Rica, and people are like, she joined a cult. So then her mom goes out and she's talking to media, and she's like, my daughter, she's joined a cult, she's brainwashed. And then the media, like the Canadian media, go to Costa Rica looking for her. They end up finding Nature Boy and doing an interview with him.
We are inside of our own bodies.
Nature Boy.
Each individual holographically. Go ahead.
I want to talk about the girl that we know as Kayla.
I don't know a Kayla.
Sunray.
Oh, Sunray. Yes, she is healthy. She is beautiful. Oh my. She is the happiest that, she says she's ever been. We all encouraged her to just go live and let people know that you're okay and speak your own mind and tell them what's going on, because she's actually afraid of the people that she ran away from. I made sure that she got in contact with the police station there in Canada. I also made sure that she got in contact with her mother, and I'm a black man. And she's a white girl. She's in a white girl form, and I'm in a black man body. And I also know that it might seem to the world that I'm holding her hostage. So I wanted to make it clear that, call your people, let them know you okay, because I don't want no problems on this end.
I bet you wouldn't, nigga.
Because I don't want any problems.
He got scared when that happened. He's like, nah, let me do this interview right now.
In response to this, Kayla's mother comes out and she says, quote, I was happy to hear that she was okay, but in the background you could hear Nature Boy more or less telling her what to say. The conversation was very disturbing, she said. He was saying that they were her family, and it was a very disturbing conversation. Kayla is not thinking clearly right now. I think he has her brainwashed, and she is more or less doing whatever he says to do. According to Tammy Reed, Kayla's mom, Kayla has mental health issues, and she feels like that's why she's sucked into this cult. The thing is, though, she's an adult. And so at first it was a missing persons case. When they found out that she was in this cult, but she was willingly with them, she came out, she said, I don't want to be with my family, I want to be here. They really couldn't do anything about it. Eventually, though, for whatever reason, Kayla decides to leave, and she does this live stream with Nature Boy where they explain why she's leaving.
So, I'm going back to Canada mainly because, of the safety of us, I don't want anybody getting hurt because I'm here.
Like, so why did you leave in the first place?
We can't own.
Why did you leave? Why don't you tell them why you left in the first place? Did I call you like, hey, come join us, be here with us? Am I controlling or manipulating your mind?
I was gonna leave Canada even before I found Nature, so I got put on pills because I want to leave.
So basically, her family. She's saying that her family just basically put you on medication because you try to leave, like she tried to go to Hawaii. before she got here.
Yeah,
Now, I didn't know this. I didn't know, but I did ask her before she got here, do you have crazy parents? She was like, well, they don't matter. I'll throw my phone away, because we had someone here else that was white that got snatched out of here before. There's another thing I want to address.
He ain't learned his lesson.
It seems to be that you might not be able to join me if you're white. If you want to join Nature Boy, you're not allowed to join me anymore. What you are allowed to do is do what I did. I'm leading by example. I haven't been the most pleasant personality. I will admit that. I will admit that I've said the truth in a mean way. Like I said it in a firm, authoritative way. And sometimes I get so mad about the evils in the world that when I speak,
conniving way.
I could come off so strong.
Manipulative way.
But my heart is pure and my message is pure.
Not.
And I want to apologize if I offended anybody in any kind of way. And I'm sure Sunray wanted to speak for herself before you get back, because they probably gonna try to isolate you and try to twist your words around and speak for you. And
man, it's crazy, bro. Talking about 3 God.
So don't worry about the comments. Don't read those. This is how we will destroy the planet. I mean, to destroy the cancer on the planet.
The reporter starts talking to other ex-members of Nature Boy's group, and they did not have good things to say at all.
I'm talking about 3 God. 3 God motherfucking.
If Nature Boy is not done talking or done doing this, then we don't go to sleep. I got in trouble for missing a meeting, and what I was doing was putting him to sleep.
Is it a cult?
It is.
Videos were emerging online of former followers attacking him.
It ain't because of your color, it's because of your nasty attitude and your crazy eyes.
He said crazy eyes. Hey, ma.
What's your relationship like with Nature Boy now?
I don't even crazy. Let me get crazy. Let me look crazy.
So I literally gave my money to him. How much money did you give? Well, I just gave him my debit card. He was buying a lot of materialistic objects.
It's about how you use the material thing. It's not
Yeah,
about
of
what the
course.
material thing means.
But do you really need a ping pong table?
Do you need sportsmanship to foster brotherhood? Yes, that is a utility. It's not just an object.
No, of course, yeah.
We got a call. It was Nature Boy.
It's not behind your back if he's gonna interview you, though, right? It's about the movement. It's not about you anymore. He's kind of mad that.
Like,
of course he's mad.
It's always about Nature Boy. You fucking
This is why I
crazy.
decided to leave
5'5".
melanation.
Brainwashed his ass.
I don't like how the women are being treated.
And everybody that was there out.
Around this time, the name of the group changes again. Instead of Melanation, it's now Carbon Nation. He's known as Nature Boy, but also as like 3 God. You know, 333. As the Messiah, he can heal people. He can heal people. He believes that all illnesses or diseases come from the mind, and that it's all a mindset thing. And he believes that he has the power to heal. And if you just
from that shit you on.
go in the sun, eat your fruits, think positively, you're gonna be totally healed. And he's preaching that. Well, remember how I told you some people think he's responsible for his followers' death?
You influenced her to stop taking her medications. You actually influenced her to stop taking her medication. That's why she passed away the way she did.
Well, the person that most people reference is someone called Mama Dia. Now, her real name is Magdalena Sevilla, and she had a heart condition.
I take a medication for my heart, but I don't have that anymore. I've been grounded.
Bruh, she too old to be out there with him anyway. What the hell? Why would he even allow?
It was Nature Boy that encouraged her not to take her medication.
She probably had money.
So she didn't. She stopped taking her medication.
He did say somebody donated $300,000
after
to him.
she joined
He
the
said
cult.
that shit is gone.
Some people blame Nature Boy for her death, allegedly. Don't sue me. There was something else that he did, and that was just be a horrible person. He just treated everyone like shit. There is an ex-member. Her name is Velvet.
The wife of a reported cult leader wants to tell her side of the story.
He literally held me hostage. He took all of my identification, my passport, my birth certificate, my social, my bank cards.
She gave him her $3,000 college fund. She says Bishop, the leader of the so-called cult Carbon Nation, went from spoiling her to abusing her when she got pregnant.
I was forced to engage in sexual activity that I did not want to do. I was still strangled on multiple occasions.
At this time, she's like his main girl, and he ends up getting her pregnant. She has a baby, and then there's this awful live stream.
But once you get emotional, you think it's okay to drop the moral code, right? Everything is cool with you until you get emotional. The only reason why you upset is because you caught.
I've been here all day in this spot. I did yoga in this spot. I was with Ariana in this spot. I was sleeping in this spot, and I came back to this spot.
Your dishonesty is less than.
Yeah, man. We're gonna end it right there. Tell me what y'all think about Nature Boy in the comments, man. Everybody, all his people, they saying it's a cult. So everybody that joined them and left, they saying it's a cult, bro. You know, he over here smacking dudes, taking their girls, and they all living together. This shit crazy. Hit the like and subscribe, man. Shout out for Jasmine putting that one together. Go subscribe to her too, yeah. Yep, enjoy your day, man. Be back with another one.